Good morning. Thanks for joining us for the Ag Report. Well, farmers are constantly adopting new technologies to make themselves more efficient wherever possible. One of the new things that a few farmers in south central Montana are doing is spraying crops with drones. During the recent Molson Coors Barley Field Day, Todd Lackman, a farmer from Heifer, provided a demonstration of spraying with their drone and told us they're already excited by the results they're seeing.
Recently, we've been spraying some late season fungicide on barley. We have a few test plots around the area and we want to see if there's a yield increase. Here in a couple weeks, we're going to start spraying our sugar beets for Cercospora with the drone. We're flying 10 feet off the ground and the propellers actually push the chemical down onto the crop. And from what we've seen, it beats a lot of other aerial application. It's really precise.
Compared to a ground sprayer, you do lose some things, but there are also some advantages to using the drone.
We can't be the ground sprayer in terms of the amount of acres that we can cover. We're covering about 30 acres to the hour with this drone. And the ground rig is going to spray closer, but there are some benefits for sure. We can spray when the ground rig can't, when the field is wet, and we're not going to make any ruts, and that's a huge benefit.
And the Montana Hereford Association will be giving out 2 Heifer grants this year. Montana youth ages 9 to 17 in 4-H or FFA can apply for a $500 grant to purchase a Hereford heifer. Find the details to apply at montanahereford.org. Thanks for being with us this morning. We'll see you back here shortly for the markets.
I wanted to put up a fence to protect my tomato plants. So I grabbed this, and then I did this. But instead of yielding a big crop, I hit a utility line and had to pay $1,200 in repairs. I didn't just lose my pride and joy. I could no longer afford the new stovetop I'd been saving up for. Next time, I'm going to make my free call to 811 before I dig.
Learn from Curry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Welcome back to the Ag Report. Well, oilseeds have become an important part of crop rotations for Montana's farmers. Montana is actually now the #2 canola producing state, planting a record high 200,000 acres this year, up 21% from last year. Now, some oilseed acres did fall. Flaxseed in the area is down a third at 45,000 acres. Montana is still the #1 state for safflower, despite seeding 9,000 less acres this year. Now, USDA doesn't provide data for Montana on mustard, soybeans, or camelina, but it's safe to say that oilseeds have carved out an important role in many crop rotations. Well, cattle futures came back from the holiday break with mixed trade as contracts have pushed up against resistance levels. Cash-fed cattle trade holding relatively steady, 190 to 195 on the hoof and 308 to 315 in the beef. Superior Livestock's Week in the Rockies sale kicks off this week. Now, there was a strong market for calves in last week's Cattle Country video sale. 5-weight steers from 337 to 360, 6-weights 302 to 316. The lamb market has found some strong footing. At the last sale in Sioux Falls, finished lamb sold 17 to 19 higher from 210 to 220. And some very welcome solid gains in the wheat market. Support came from overseas as the French wheat crop was estimated 20% smaller, and an ongoing hot and dry pattern will affect Russian spring wheat, hopefully starting a new trend of higher prices as harvest nears. Well, thanks for joining us for today's report. Have a great week.